9702 May June 2018 paper 2 variant 2 question number 5. This question is about multiple covering multiple topics like it covers tension, it covers upthrust, means force, mass, density, and it is also covering energy, conservation of energy. So it is the multiple topic based question, and few parts are challenging, few parts faced by the student difficult. So let's start. Question number 5. A solid cylinder is lifted out by lifted out oil by a wire attached to a motor shows two different position X and Y of the cylinder during lifting process. The motor is fixed to an overhead B. Okay. The cylinder has cross section area 0.01 meter, 8 meter square, length is 1.2 meter, and the weight is 560 Newton. The density of the oil is 940 kilogram per meter cube. Throughout the lifting process, the cylinder moves vertically upward with a constant speed velocity. So this is an important point, right? Constant velocity means no acceleration, means force are all the forces are balanced, right? And the constant velocity is 0.02 meter per second square. The and another point, the viscous force of the oil acting on the cylinder is negligible. Okay, now first thing first, calculate the density of the cylinder. Density equals mass over volume. It's a simple, straightforward part. W over G is mass. Area into length is volume. So 560 divided by 980 and again divide by 0.018, which is the cross section area. Again divide by the length 1.2. We will get 2597.72 and rounding off we get 2600 means 2600 kilogram per meter cube. Now the second part, for the cylinder at position X, show the upthrust of the due oil is 200 Newton. So upthrust formula, straightforward again by using simple formula. U is the change in upthrust into cross section area. Rho G delta H means difference is height, which is the length of the cylinder into A cross section area of the cylinder, and 940 is the 940 is the liquid density. So we will get 198.97 approximately 200 Newton. So hence proof. Next part, calculate for the moving cylinder at position X tension of the wire. So first, velocity is constant, sum of all forces equals to 0. That means body is moving upward, and we know upthrust is always upward. Tension, because of the body moving upward, so tension is also upward. Weight is downward, and drag always opposes the motion. And if the question says the drag is 0, so 2 upthrust 200 that we recently found plus T plus 560 is the weight. So the tension is 560 minus 200, 360 Newton. Now, the power output of the motor, generally we have the formula pressure equals force into velocity. Force into velocity. Power equals force into velocity. So power, we can find out the formula also like power is equals to work done upon time. Work done is the force in this into displacement. So displacement upon time will be the velocity. So power equals force into velocity. So force is the tension. So 360 into 0.02, we will get 7.2 watt, right? So in your question bank, you may note power equals force into velocity. the force which is actually pulling the things upward, right? Or you can say lift, or you can say push or a pull. Now, option D. Option D, the cylinder is raised with a constant velocity from position X to position Y. State and explain the variation, if any, the power output of the motor as a cylinder is raised. Numerical values are not required, so we have to describe it a quantitatively thing. You know the upthrust, and from this expression, from this condition, upthrust and tension is equals to the weight. So first, when the body is submerged in cylinder is submerged in the liquid, the upthrust is the force applied by the liquid, and when it is out of the liquid, the upthrust will be the force applied by the air, right? So the upthrust due to air is not same as the upthrust due to the liquid, and of course that upthrust will be lesser than the upthrust of the liquid. So the upthrust is constant but lesser than the previous one. So tension is equals to weight minus upthrust, which is now change. So the tension is now increased. Weight minus u is change, decreased. So the difference will be the increment in terms of tension. It will increase. So upthrust due to air is change as previous due to liquid lesser than before but constant. This will increase the tension on the wire, result increase in power output at the same speed. So like the above, P equals F into velocity. Velocity is same and force means tension is change and increase, then power is also increased. So the rate of energy output of the motor is less than the rate of increase of gravitational potential energy. So rate means time. Time means both the times are the same. So basic emphasize is energy output and the gravitational potential energy, right? So as the energy of the motor, right, when it moves upward, so there is two work done is moving upward, like the due to the upthrust, the work done by the air on the cylinder and the motor on the cylinder. So energy of the motor is supported with the work done by the upthrust on the cylinder. So and it is balanced with the gravitational potential energy. So gravitational potential energy is greater than the energy of the motor, because energy of the motor plus energy of the energy or work done by the upthrust on the motor on the cylinder is equals to the gravitational potential energy. And by the way, this part is difficult, as the examination report says. It found very difficult, incorrect reasoning. So majority lost their 1 marks from here, right? And same goes to a few of them are were unsuccessful to answer this D part one as well. So typically it's a difficult question. Need a little bit more concept on it.